Hey, good morning, everybody. How is it going? Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, number 218, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. Thank you all for joining me. Chris Burns, yo, what is up with you? How is everybody? If you're new to this whole live broadcast thing, make sure you chime in, give us a chat, say what's up, tell me where you're from, where you are right now. Maybe throw in what bike you ride. If you're watching this later, hopefully you can see the live chat replay. It's going. I think I have that setting set correctly. And then please ask questions if you have any questions. And that goes for all of you watching live. Please ask questions. There's my mom, Suzanne Spradling. I love you, Mama. Keith McQueen coming in from the Northeast. What is going down? It is 4 degrees currently in Montrose, Colorado. That is cold for Montrose, Colorado. Colorado obviously gets very, very cold in places. I used to live in Gunnison where it would do, negative 40 at times. So it's not that, but it's freaking cold for here. And super excited to announce that we are, there are 3 bikes loaded, 1 more bike to load, and we are headed to Havasu, Arizona today. Actually headed early because the boys don't have school today because there's so much snow out there. Josiah, what's happening, man? Conditions. Josiah lives here. He knows what the conditions are like. Yeah, it's gnarly. Rural delinquent. Bike vault. What's happening, Jeff? Good to see you, dude. How is Thailand? Are you back there yet? I don't know. You were in Scotland and then back to Thailand. Bruce Kennedy, what's happening, man? Yeah, I am so happy to be blasting the heck out of here this morning. We timed this desert trip perfectly. It's warming up here and snow is melting, luckily. Nice, Chris. It will be doing that in the next couple days, but the next day or two, it's going to be brutally. I think it's going to be like in the negatives tomorrow, so that's gnarly. What's up, Front Range, Colorado, within 5 inches of snow? Yeah, that's not too bad. We had a foot in my yard. It was crazy. CC Wright, what's going on? I am also still so happy I got the channel back. If you guys haven't heard about that, if you're watching this and wondering where that came from, go back in time. There's a whole bunch of videos in between now and back then. But see what happened to our channel. We lost it. It's back. We're dangerously close to getting to our 20,000 subscribers. So let people know. Tell everyone to subscribe, get this thing done. Because when we hit 20K, we're choosing a random subscriber to bring out here to ride this spring. So we're going to choose it right away. And then the trip will happen probably April, May. Well, you're at time for 2 weeks. Oh, you're in Papua New Guinea. So that's cool. I have a friend who was actually raised in Papua. I think he might have been born there. He's a white guy, but his parents are missionaries. And he was actually, I think he was born. Anyway, he grew up in Papua New Guinea, which is pretty cool because he can speak the language and he surfs. And anyway, it's awesome. Mike Barnado, Moto Snow. My guess is this amount of snow might shut the ice climbing down too. That's, yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah, Keith McQueen, AM Gospel Reunion Crew. Woohoo! Good to see everybody here. Maybe we'll even get Brady Metter back on. Let's see. I had a warm up 52, so the 200 is good and muddy. Nice, Bruce Kennedy. It's too bad that winter came back, but it's awesome that it warmed up to 52 degrees. I think in the next week it's supposed to be in the mid 40s here, so that will warm up and delete this snow. I'm so happy to have the snow though. Quick. Overall Colorado report, which is going to be important for dirt biking this summer. We're as a state, we're like 120% of normal. So massive thumbs up there. Hopefully we can get our reservoirs filled back up and we can have wet forests and campfires this summer. Yes, Chris Burns, that'll give me time to come on out. Heck yeah, man. What is going on, everybody? It's free form today. We're not, no guests today. No specific agenda. We're just here. We're going to do this shutter right down at 8:30 so I can get out of here. And I got dogs to drop off. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff to do before we blast out of here to head towards Havasu and get the heck out of this cold freaking weather. Man, it's funny. I've lived in Colorado since 1994, and I do love winter. I really do. I like winter. It's a nice time to reset. I'm actually now found my love of time flies, which is crazy. I never thought I'd be into that. But, yeah, I'm excited about that. And so winter's cool. But I'm ready for spring. I'm already ready. Mojave Mike, what's up from Vegas? We are going to be driving through Las Vegas today. Tonight. Because, I don't know, we'll probably leave Montrose around 9, Nah, probably 9:30 or 10. And then however long it takes to get there. Wes Dietz, what's happening, man? It's been a long time no talk. How are you, man? You've been out shredding the snow. That is so cool to see. As a former backcountry skier, it is awesome to see your shots of the huge powder. It looks so good out there, dude. So good. It actually makes me yearn to go skiing again. I don't normally yearn to ski, but that makes me want to do it. Guys, if you're watching this, real quick, little housekeeping. If you're watching, back out of the chat, thumbs up, come back in, or my mom will come find you and kick your butt. She is a mean, nasty woman. She's actually the nicest woman ever, but I would not mess with her. She is legit. From Cold AZ, Scott Schweger, where are you in AZ? That's where we're headed. Today we're going to Lake Havasu, so I don't know, not a lot of people from Lake Havasu. Keith McQueen, how many miles on the Whale Mingo? 57,000 miles on that Whale Mingo. We have been using it to its potential, and it's been awesome. I have had zero complaints about that van. It does amazingly well in the snow, way better than any truck or car or van I've ever had before. Well, my Subaru was really good. I had a Subaru. Yes, I had a Subaru. Sorry. And Mom and Dad, you won't get that. But up here in Colorado, the Subarus are all driven by hippies who don't like dirt bikes. So, but anyway, the Whale Mingo is one of the best vehicles in the snow I've ever had. Northern Michigan, Robert, what's happening? Mike Barnato, what's going on? TJ kind of from Moab, freezing here, headed to AZ this weekend. Yeah, we're at AZ, TJ. We're going to Havasu. You should come down and say hi. Chris Canberg, there he is. We're coming to see you, man. We'll see you tomorrow in Havasu, and I think breakfast sounds good. Since we're getting out of here early, we won't be trying to sleep in, so I'll talk to you. Anyway, breakfast sounds good at that diner. My kids love diners. Been doing a bit of hard enduro bike is okay first gear, but bogs a bit on carb. Should I make it rich half a turn? Yes, Jeff, I would. Do a half a turn. They say, quarter turns, but quarter turns are very minimal. So go half a turn, and yours is a W, right? That's one of the things that I don't love about the W transmission. I mean, I love my W, don't get me wrong, but the W transmission, that gap between first and second is I don't know. I don't love it. And that is one thing I absolutely super love about the new XC is that it's got a nice low first gear, but then all the gears are stacked in nice and close. So you're never out of the wrong gear. Jimmy Neihart, clean shave, face looking like a newborn train neck. Heck yeah, baby. How are you doing, Jimmy? It's great to see you. Barnato, -6. That's not bad for the Aspen area, honestly. 32 degrees in Surprise. Ugh, that is gnarly. I have family that live down in Phoenix. I'm sure they're, surprised by the cold, too. I used to live there, too. So, yeah, EXC 300, so same as XCW, Jeff. And, I would richen that up. And then, hopefully that cleans it up. It's good. And the one thing, Jeff, about the thing I don't love about the Electrons, and I don't want to go down the Electron train here because they're fine carburetors. They're just not my favorite, is that you're going to probably have to richen up that bottom enough to make it almost a little burbly. It's going to sound a little burbly, but the response should be perfect. So just go in that half turn, check it out, see if you need to go even richer. Don't worry about it. It'll be a little on the rich side, but it'll be good for that down low snap. Keith McQueen, did I hear correctly the 24Ws are going to be TBI? I don't know that is officially confirmed. Nice, Jimmy. Box should be here today at the shop. Right on. Yeah, this is a surprise. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here when it gets here, but I will receive the surprise when I get back, or maybe the Sheetses will just be stoked to have it. What's up from the cold white north of Colorado? 6 feet of snow in the car yard. Holy! Finally get it out on the wheels. Snow bike is getting me by. Wow, Andy, 6 feet. Where are you? Are you in Steamboat area? That's crazy time. Dan Malone, the mailman. What is happening? This is great to see all of your happy, shiny faces here early this morning again. Ed Dugan, what is happening, man? It's great to see you. I haven't talked to you in a long time. We need to go back out and ride dirt bikes together as soon as this weather clears up. Oh, another big announcement. If you guys don't know, Weeby Racing has announced their schedule. It's official. It's out. Very excited about that. If you haven't checked it out, go to weebyracing.com. Full schedule's there. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little conversation I had with the owner of Weeby, who is a rad guy. I'm very excited about his ownership and where they're headed. This year is going to be business as usual. It's going to be very much like last year as far as events, venues, all that stuff. It's going to be kind of business as usual, just to keep the thing going. But in the next few years, he has some awesome plans for some really cool stuff. New venues, new kinds of events to go in with all of it. It's going to be awesome. Bruce Kennedy, you better win that thing. And I'll give you guys the lowdown on how that's going to work. So when we hit 20K, what's going to happen is I'm going to make a video about hitting 20,000 subscribers and the thank yous and all the wonderful things. And I don't know, maybe we'll do it out riding somewhere. Maybe I'll do it this week. I don't know. We're going to make a video, and it's going to be super cool. But to be entered to win, you're going to have to comment on that video. That's how it's going to work. I'm going to use the random comment picker that we used for our last contest. And so to do that, that means you have to comment. So if you guys are watching this, make sure you hit the notification bell. And I'll leave that thing. It'll be up for like a week. So it won't be, hard to find or anything like that before we make the choice. But make sure you comment on the video. It's going to be awesome. Rex Hammerschmidt, what's happening? Left hip MRI was yesterday. Ooh, Dan Malone. How is the left hip? Hopefully it's good. 100 million ohms out of spec. A lot for a KTM coil. Booked 3 to 4. I'm at 5. Yes. Jimmy Diehard. I am so happy / sad that your bike is running poorly. I'm sad mostly because I hate for anybody's bike to be running poorly. And if you guys are watching this, know that Jimmy is a very good friend and I love him dearly. And that's why I'm giving him a hard time. But all that crap you talked about your TPI and how great it was, here we are. And Jimmy, no, that shouldn't be enough for it to do. Does the spark look bad? Let me know about that because that's not that far out. Barnado, I love you. So what else? Ask some questions, guys. Let me see. I don't think I missed anything. And Andy, Steamboat. I love Steamboat. This is such a cool place in Colorado. It hasn't gotten totally ruined like a lot of the rest of parts of Colorado. Although, from what I hear, it's kind of coming. Sounds like they're ruining Craig and Hayden and all that stuff. Tiger Erickson rode my KX450 yesterday. Sucks. Why does it suck? KX450s they're not my favorite. Like, they're not my style of motorcycle, but man, those things are fast. I'm not a moto guy, but man, KXs are generally at least exciting. Good morning from Prince Edward Island. Nice. At a crazy +7 sunny. Nice. Right on, Sean. That sounds lovely. It's sunny here, which is good. It's been really for a while. What tires, front and rear, should I put on my XC? Chris Burns. I recommend a Bridgestone X31 up front, and then I really do recommend giving a V-Moto Force AT a shot in the back. Oh, Tiger, yes, too many strokes for sure. But yeah, definitely X31 in the front. Try a V-Moto Force AT on the back. Either go with, I would go with the normal compound for longevity. The Apex is really, really good and sticky, but it does wear out pretty fast. Spy Picks, KTM, WTBA with, Andy BJ. Sorry, back to the whole WTBI. So that's what I've heard too, and I've seen pictures, oil filler, but then a throttle body, just like on my XC. So I still think there's a chance for a split setup with one injector up in the cylinder. I still don't know why they would put those castings in there if that wasn't going to be the case. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. But I firmly believe there'll be oil injection because it's got to have that for emissions. I say it's got to. It needs to have that for emissions because they test emissions at idle and like low RPMs and things like that. And so they can turn that oil way down at idle, which won't hurt anything in the motor, and then turn it up as you go. So I think it'll be that way. Chris Kimberg, what tire do you like for sand track? The Sand Mad. I'm running a Sand Mad right now, and it was really good. That or that MX-14. If you can get your hands on a Dunlop MX-14, that is the way to go. Yes, Chris Nelson, Husabergs are so fast, especially those 570s. One of the few things I miss about living in the Big Island is being able to ride in 75 all year. Yeah, I know, Sandy Smith, I know. But hey, we're heading, well, not to the Big Island, but we're heading to Hawaii, and I'm very excited about that. It's been almost 3 years of flawless ping. Starts and idles fine, dies off bad, then seems way lean, like no fuel pressure's perfect. Yeah, man. So pressure's good, Jimmy. Have you replaced the pump and or all the filters and stuff in that bike? Those things fail all the time, and even though the pressure looks good, the other thing is take the injectors out, clean them really good. It sounds like, yeah, Tiger sounds like an injector might be fouled up or blocked. Keith, I love it. Waco, Texas. What's happening, Jesse? How is it in Waco, Texas right now? Hopefully it's warm and you're out riding. Mike Barnado, Donner Pass this summer. I cannot wait. That is going to be so much fun. I'm going to put some serious work in. Actually, starting this weekend, we're back on the fitness train as far as eating a little bit better, and then doing some more exercising and getting ready for the Donner. Well, the whole season, but Donner specifically. I really want to kick butt there. So, and kick butt, I mean finish. Hey, buddy, been out on the beta almost every weekend from when I got back from you and the Forks and Shocker Fire. Yes, Rafe, that is so great to hear. So Rafe had us revalve his beta, and he is super stoked. Thank you very much, Rafe. I appreciate it. And thank you all for anyone who has done any talking up of our suspension stuff. It means a lot to us. I ask you to please continue to do that if you're happy with it. I mean, if you're not happy with it, that's it. You know what? Well, first of all, we have a ton of work going on. That's awesome. Thank you all very much. Quick little note. Something that drives me nuts as a shop owner and a guy who really wants to be the very best at this business, and whatever business it is, doesn't matter if it's a shop or whatever. If you get something back from us and you're not happy, please get a hold of me. You have to understand that us, people who own shops, at least small ones, and people like me, we desperately want to do a good job. We're not in it just for the money, because there is no money in it anyway. Motorcycle business, we're in it to do a good job. We're in it to make people happy and get people out on their dirt bikes. So just let us know and we will make it right. Yeah, I've had people in the past like that weren't super happy with the suspension, and it's like, well, we can change it, and we change it for free, because suspension is such a personal thing and so like subjective. It's not objective at all. So subjective. It depends on how you ride, what you like, all that stuff, that we may not get it right the first time. I believe that we're going to get really close, and most of the time we're going to get it right in there. But every now and then it's like, this guy's setup wasn't quite right. You know what? Let me know. We'll make it right. That's the thing. That's what coming to a shop like me versus doing, Race Tech, and nothing against Race Tech, but they're big, or, I don't know. That's what we do. We want to make you happy, make your bike work good. So if you're not super happy, just let me know. And Rafe, I'm so stoked that you're happy. It makes me happy. Run crab, no improve. Jimmy Neihart, the filter just pump was on my radar. I did the TSP split. So Neihart, new pump. Get that new pump from Takamoto.co, the 3,000 hour pump. Just get a new pump. They fail all the time, even if you think your thing is good. Chris Kinberg, yes. What do you do to eat better? Well, like West Eat said, vegetables. I cut out carbohydrates and grains and all that stuff, and sugar. Get the sugar. You gotta get sugar out. Sugar is so bad for you, and I love it. I love it so much. But sugar is terrible for you. And just lots of meat and veggies, and like no processed nothing, and you'll do well. And then as far as training, push-ups, sit-ups, get out on a bicycle and get like just hammer. Cardio is great, especially like sprints, doing like interval training, like getting your body used to sprinting and like working really hard for a section, especially like hard enduro where you're like, whatever, you got to pick a bike up and get past it. and then that'll teach your body to do that and then recover quickly so that you're ready for the next sprint. Yes, Chris Burns, I can't wait either. So pump building up resistance at all, check in, clean. Oh, there, Tiger Erickson. So Jimmy, that is good information right there. I would, at 3 years, dude, that needs a pump anyway. It's just the nature of it. So they're tiny little pumps. And the cool thing about the Takomoto pump is it claims 3,000 hours. I now know Mike. I did not know Mike, but I've now talked to Mike a bunch, and he is rad. He is such a good dude, and I guarantee you he has tested the crap out of that pump, and so it's good. Man, Morgan deserves a chance to make it right. So do not bash his shop on the interweb. I put the best dual sport pump service, whatever. Nice. But yeah, best dual sport is, I'm sure, good. Like I said, I now personally know Taco Mike, and I like the guy a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot of business with him. I just think he's a really, really cool dude. He's a lot like me. He's passionate. He just wants to make things the best possible. So it's really cool. Ed Dugan, I can tell you, Morgan and his shop take care of you. Really took care of me better than any shop I've been in my lifetime. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And yeah, and by the way, it's not just me. Don't bash anyone on the internet. How about we all take a moment? I mean, I like to give Jeff Slavens a hard time, but that's a joke. I'm not specifically bashing him for any work he's ever done, and I never will, ever. I'm going to give him a hard time about being a grumpy old man, but I will not bash a shop, and I recommend don't bash shops online, don't bash restaurants online. Just don't be that person. Like, talk to the owner, and I mean, if they're jerks or whatever, just walk away. Vote with your money, right? Like, just don't give them any more money, but just be kind and give them a shot if they've, and if you've given them a shot and they're jerks, I still recommend just walking away. Just walk away, because and if you guys have all seen this, when you act like a jerk online to something, a bunch of people might jump on with you and like make you feel really good and pat you on the back, but you look like an asshole. Excuse my language. Like, you just don't look that good. So anyway, and Andy, yes, support small business of all kinds. I don't care if it's me or your local. By the way, I love Highland Cycles. I love you guys sending me your stuff. It means a lot. But if you have a local shop that you like, just please use them and be awesome. Let's see. Good morning from Firestone. Lovely 8 degrees this morning. Look forward to some better weather so we can ride. Heck yeah, man. Nick, that's cold for Firestone. Firestone is Arizona, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I think it's up high in Arizona, but Mom, is this going to be the new time for the gospel? I'm going to get back to the 7:30 realm here pretty soon. I couldn't do it 7:30 today. Well, actually, it turns out I could have, because the kids don't have school. But my wife's out of town. And anyway, yes, we're going back to mornings for Thursday for Gospel Two Wheels. We're going to stick with mornings now because Thursday night rides are coming soon, and we got lots of stuff. So, Tiger, that is brilliant. My mom's watching, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, Dan Malone's laughing at my mom for saying the normal time. I know, it's been changing a lot. Yes, Ken Block. I love it. That's so good. Hey, Brody, what's happening, dude? Broads. It's been 60s here. TPI life is now. It's perfect riding weather. See, Jimmy, you need 2 bikes. And that's not to make fun of TPI life, although let's all make fun of TPI life. For Jimmy, you need 2 motorcycles. Everybody needs 2 motorcycles so that when one's down, they have another one. Even if it's just like an old TTR or something. You don't have to have 2 shiny race bikes, something like that. But, I mean, if you can, do it. Firestone, Colorado. Oh, there we go, Nick. Firestone, Colorado, suburb of Longmont. Nice. That's, yeah. Ugh. I bet it's cold over there. I lived on the Front Range for 4.5 years, and it was cold. When your mom was in the chat. Tiger Erickson, see? Too late, man. Oh, it's good. Don't worry. My mom taught science, all kinds of science, to middle schoolers and high schoolers her whole life. You cannot say anything that will surprise my mother. Trust me. Yeah, you should pitch it to the baby mom and let me talk to her. It seems like Rita and I have a good relationship. So, yeah, I think I can help you out with that. Oh, and by the way, guys, I just want to let you know that this is Jimmy, and he's on my desk here at the shop every day, and I love it. That's why I give Jimmy a hard time. So if anybody thinks I'm being too mean to Jimmy, I'm not. Let's see. Yeah, Bow Hunter, you got 3. Somehow I need 14 currently. Yes, Dan Maluna. I love it. Tiger, yes, teachers are the best, and my mom is the best of the best. She's an amazing lady. What else, guys? What else is going on? It's so you know that right there. That is the 23 XCW that we're going to be doing all the Takamoto stuff too. Very excited. Super excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're waiting on just a few more parts to make it a complete system, plug and play the whole thing. Yes, Bruce Kennedy. While we're traveling, keep an eye on the sky. Maybe a Chinese lantern or balloon to see. Yes, and I'm hoping to be able to call in an airstrike on it because I want to see F-22s come flying in and knock that crap out of the sky. Yes, Jimmy Neihart, you deserve all of it, every last bit of it, and that's why I love you so very much. Tom Bean, what's happening? You're late. No worries. Good to see you. What other questions do you guys have going on? And actually, speaking of that and the whole fuel pump, we're putting the $3,000 fuel pump in that as like preventative. So that's going to be cool. A little off topic. Watched another content creator and he had a different YZ electric starter prototype from Fish. Mojave Mike. I've heard. So he's talking about a different E-start on a YZ. So I have heard about that. And I've heard it's pretty legit. But I think... I don't know, and maybe you know, it comes in from the other side. Like it's a really sweet setup, kind of like the new KTM starter, what's underneath. But I think you have to get new cases, so it makes it crazy expensive. I would love to reach out and try one. My kid would be fired up if I took his bike down for too long. He's mad at me, and honestly, if I put a Kickstarter on it, he'd be angry with me too, because he's a good old kid that likes kickstarting his motorcycle because he's 16 and, you know, Jimmy Neihart, where has Metter been? We need a welfare check on the big sexy. He's been good. Actually, I talked to him just a couple days ago. He's been good. He's been super busy. And I just, the whole nighttime, gospel hasn't worked out for him. And now he probably doesn't even know that this is going on. Hey, there you go, Dan Malone. At 20K subscribers, maybe shave your hair on vid. I did that before at like 3,000, I think. Unfortunately, my hair is not very long, so it wouldn't be that cool. Bike Vault, how to fix clutch drag. Great question. So, on your motorcycle, Jeff, it's a 2017 300 EXC or XCW for the rest of the world. It's diaphragm, you know, what is it? Diaphragm spring, anyway, DDS clutch, dished diaphragm spring. Anyway, there's not a lot going on in there that can make the clutch drag horribly. So here are the things I would check. First, as a 17, you got a lot of hours on that thing. You've been beating on it, which is awesome. It's what they're made for. I would probably rebuild master cylinder and slave cylinder, all new rubber in those things. Bleed it really, really good. Make sure everything's good. Set your, not free play but you know, set your lever at the right minute, whatever. Do that first. Then I'd take the clutch apart because why not? I'd get new plates. Your steels could be warped a little bit, causing drag, and they're hard to see unless you got some glass or machine surface to set them down on. And unless you've already replaced the clutch, if you have, then don't do that. But clutches are good. Broads, I will get to you in just 1 second. So all that good stuff. Then look really closely at all your parts in the clutch. So the basket, if those fingers coming up have any grooves in them, you can either file them down or get a new one. And I mean, a new one's obviously the way to go if you can. That's a steel basket on that thing, so they shouldn't be too grooved. But they could be, being a 17 that's got enough hours on it. So check that. Then the pins that drop in, that the steels connect to. Make sure those aren't grooved. If they are, replace those. And then final, I would replace the little dampers in there. And then what Bruce Kennedy said is use Gear Saver. Because Gear Saver does help a lot. And I don't know. Jimmy Neihart, I don't have an affiliate code for Taco yet. But when you order, if you order and when you order from him, please make sure you mention Highland Cycles, because I just want him to know that I'm doing my job. And I mean, and by job, I'm not getting paid, but I really believe in him, and I want him to know that my customers are coming from us. So, Brody, what tires should you get for Weeby? Depends on the place. Like Farmington, you need a sand tire on the rear if you can. It's such a sandy place. Everywhere else, I really like the X31 rear or the V-Moto Force AT, but I don't know if they make the Force AT in mini bike sizes. So if not, I would go Bridgestone X30 or X31. There's a guy in AZ on YouTube that's making an E-start for the KDX. Whoa, Sandy Smith, that's cool, and seems like a little bit of brain damage for something that's eventually not going to be around. I mean, I love my KDX. We have it. My kid has been raging that thing out in the snow. It's been a lot of fun to watch, but I don't. Man, that seems like an awful lot of work. It's probably just going to do it for his own, bike, which is cool, and then offer it if someone wants to buy it to help pay for all the effort, which is cool. I mean, I think that's awesome. So, Tiger, good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping in. Happy to hear about Weeby. Maybe I should pull. Yes, Andy, that's a great idea. Let's see. James Narkill, sorry that you're late. That's okay. Next time we need a note. You're Tiger. You're saying late. So anyway, that's awesome. Tom Bean. So it started at 7 Pacific Standard Time today. It's gonna go back to 6:30 next week, and we're gonna get back on normal schedule because spring is coming. We've got some more shop nights here and anyway. So I'm trying to get back into the mornings and all that good stuff. Don't let Ewan on, he'll blow it up. Yeah, no kidding. Hey, West Eats, have a great day, man. It's good to see you here. I hope to see you soon on Dirt Bikes. I'll take one more question. Oh, here we go. Mike Webster, I've got a 2008 530, 5,000 some miles driven easy. What do you think about hours miles are capable of getting? So Mike Webster, those 530s are interesting motorcycles. They're really, really good. They work amazingly well. The characteristics of that motor are brilliant. They're so good. Man, I really like those engines. The chassis is great, all that. But if you do any looking around, I have a good friend with one. If you do any hunting around, you will find that there are all kinds of issues with those motors starting to burn oil and it's nuts. And I honestly cannot figure it out. My buddy's 530, it seems like every time it gets to about 4,000, 5,000 miles, it starts to burn oil, and it burned it fast, like really fast. Like we ran out of, he started to squeak it we went on the rim rocker over to Moab and then back. So that's like 400-mile trip. And he just changed it before, and on the way back it went and started making noise before he shut it off. We got more oil in it. He got it home. He hasn't taken it apart yet. But so I don't know. Those bikes are really cool, Mike, but you really got to keep an eye on them. Sandy, there's no way you can sell that many to make it profitable. It's just for him, I'm sure. Yeah, Dan Malone, I hope Monticello says drive for race this year. Although, we bailed because we were weenies and it was perfect that day. So, anyway. All right, guys, it's 8:30. I got to shut her down. Punk Rock Club, you guys are my favorites. I love you more than I love everyone else. Everybody here, you're my favorite. And yes, Brody, I'm leaving for AZ starting in like T-minus 10 seconds. Well, whatever. I'm shutting this thing down and then I'm packing up. So, yeah. I love you guys all so much. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you for joining us for another Gospel of Two Wheels. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you get out and spread the Gospel of Two Wheels. And I desperately hope that what we're doing here is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes!